So welcome to Talk is Cheap. Precious Elder is my name. And we've been talking about jumping off the bandwagon. Last time we talked about protecting your focus in the face of unbelievable trends. Protecting your focus. We talked about social media and the proliferation of opinions and how to protect your focus. The need to protect your focus in an age where opinions and trends are there to always distract, whether they be positive, whether they be negative, they're always there to distract. Where there's a need for people of vision, people of dream, people of purpose to protect the focus from trends and bandwagons, whether they be positive or negative. And we said something could be positive, but then it could be negative for you and positive for someone else. You need to understand when it is positive for you and protect yourself from the bandwagon. And then today we'll be talking about the bandwagon effect. The bandwagon effect. What does it mean, the bandwagon effect? Now, the bandwagon effect is the consequence of following or jumping on the bandwagon. I'll talk about just two consequences or two effects of jumping on the bandwagon. Two effects of following proliferated opinions. Two effects of diving into trending lifestyles, trending topics, putting yourself out there, jumping into it. Two effects, we'll talk about them. The first of that is the loss of originality. The loss of originality. I bet you today, every person is unique. As unique as the fingerprints you have, every person is unique. But with the proliferation of opinions, with bandwagons all over the place, people lose their originality. People lose their sense of identity. What we have are wannabes and photocopies and lookalikes and people who just want to be like what is happening. They want to be like the in thing, the in people, the in person, the popular people. People's dressing. And usually, it's funny. It's funny when you watch people on music videos. People dress on music videos, and people in real life want to dress like that and walk on the road or walk on the streets. That's an effect of bandwagon. You lose originality. You lose your sense of identity. When you begin to feel like what you are or how you appear or how you are is not good enough, when you begin to place yourself below the standard set by someone else simply because you want public reception, then you should know that you're suffering from bandwagon effect. I'm not saying it's not good to have mentors, for instance, or role models. It's good to have role models. But then, if the essence of you having a role model is for you to gain popular acceptance, then you're suffering from the bandwagon effect. You're not having a role model. You're suffering from a loss of identity. Very soon you lose your sense of identity, you lose your originality while trying to be like someone else. I know a lot of people, a lot of football players that have lost their sense of identity simply because they wanted to play like some player, some popular player. If you go into the streets today, you see so many wannabe Cristiano Ronaldos, so many wannabe Lionel Messis. But you see, One thing the bandwagon effect does not make you realize is that you cannot be exactly like another person because your circumstances are totally different. Your circumstances are totally different. You cannot be. You want to sing like that musician, but your circumstances are totally different. Your voice texture might be looking alike, but you're different. You're different. You might be built for a particular kind of music, but because you want to be like that person, you pattern yourself. It's so funny. Many people dress exactly like their role models. They behave exactly. They want to talk exactly like how the role models talk. But you have your own voice. You want to dress exactly like that, but you have your own style. You want to be exactly like that, but you are your own person. And what the bandwagon effect does is that it takes away your originality. It takes away your originality. The second thing the bandwagon effect does, but before we go to the second thing, your originality is your true person, your true personality, your true nature. There are so many people who formed opinions based on what popular people say about issues. You form your opinion based on what popular people talk about issues. And things happen. It deprives you of the ability to think for yourself. It deprives you of the ability to think for yourself. You think because your role model or the people you look up to or the people who are trending, because they think like this, you also want to think like that. Societal issues come up, and many people just wait for popular opinion, for the person with the most followership to make a statement on this issue, and they jump on it, and then they adopt it as their own statements. But you should think for yourself. You should have your own opinions. You were not built or born to follow exactly the footprints of another person. You were built with your own design, your own special footprints. You were built to make your own mark, not to be a watermark of another. And so the bandwagon effect, one of it is that it takes away our originality. How many times have people, just because, you see the updates on people's status on social media, it's funny. It's funny how many people, they really don't have anything to say. They really don't have anything to update on social media, on the status. But simply because something is trending, they just jump on it. And then many people say stuff. Many people share views that they really do not have clear understanding about, but they share those views. And you see, when you share a view or the opinion of another person which you do not have clear understanding about, you create another personality of yourself in the perception of others. So people look at you And instead of them seeing you for who you really are, they get to misinterpret you and mistake you for another person innocently. Because you expressed yourself in a way that a trend influenced. That is the bandwagon effect, rather. And that'll be all for Talk is Cheap today. I'll continue with the second effect of the bandwagon on people. Thank you for listening to Talk is Cheap. I remain Precious Eda. Thank you.